What's up, YouTube? This is Brian Pfeiffer, aka the Marketing Meathead, and today we're going to talk about Facebook and the algorithm and what keeps you guys safe and making money. All right, welcome back. Please read the disclaimer. Anyway, wanted to talk today about the Facebook algorithm and the things. There's basically three things that you can kind of like understand and put into perspective and make your ads profitable. I'm going to walk you through some stuff today. I'm going to talk about the different things, and hopefully you guys can take away some stuff from this and improve your ads and make some money, because that's the whole idea here with Facebook. So let's talk a minute about the algorithm and what the algorithm is. Basically, the algorithm is what controls what goes in your newsfeed. Everybody has a Facebook newsfeed. Obviously there's a desktop version and there's a mobile version. Most of the time we're advertising on the mobile. There's also, Instagram, there's, right-hand desktop column ads and different places. Facebook's system can put them into like Tinder and all different kinds of apps and whatnot. But for the most part, the algorithm basically controls all that, okay? So here's an ad from Kajabi. Not surprising, I'm seeing an ad from Kajabi since I was on the Kajabi website earlier today or yesterday. So they are obviously retargeting me, and that ad has been served to me now. Okay, then here's a pretty girl, another pretty girl. Obviously, I know a lot of pretty girls from the nightclub business, and Facebook controls all that. So they're going to basically go in and put like what they feel is going to be the most popular post from your friends first, and then usually the second placement on phone and desktop is usually an ad. They're going to serve you with some kind of ad. Obviously, they're retargeting me here with Kajabi. Kajabi's retargeting me. And then usually you scroll down, usually get about 6 or 7 more, and there'll be another ad here. Here's Grant Cardone pushing his, whatever. He's got a live training or something coming up here. So that's another ad. And the algorithm's controlling that. Okay, so Grant Cardone's obviously, putting a, targeting me or my age group. And you click on this top right, this little button, and you can see on why you're seeing this, okay? And Grant Cardone is basically trying to, reach people that are similar to me, okay? That's what they're looking for. So 18 and older, United States, okay? So not too surprising that I'm an affiliate marketer / entrepreneur, and Grant Cardone would be targeting someone like me. That's pretty obvious. The algorithm's pretty smart when it can, realize that, number one, I was on the Kajabi website earlier today or yesterday, and they were giving me that ad first, and then later they're giving me a Grant Cardone ad, which is, probably somebody like me would follow, okay, or potentially show up for an event or whatnot. So the algorithm is very intelligent, okay? It knows, nobody really knows exactly the formula that's behind the scenes and, what causes this and what causes that, but you do know that the algorithm is going to serve you the most popular, relevant stuff, okay? So the whole idea with being an advertiser on Facebook is to give the user, okay, me, the end user, or you, the end user, the most valuable experience and quality experience while you're on the platform. At the end of the day, if Facebook gives you a bad experience, you're not going to come back and you're not going to use the platform. And their whole business model is based on users and people coming back and using the platform. So it's super important for you to be able to put out ads that are giving the users a good experience, okay? And over time, the affiliates of the world, people like myself and many of the other affiliates, have gone out and done things that would be considered maybe not so good in Facebook's eyes, and what we call black hat advertising or even gray hat advertising, and putting stuff out on the ad platform that is kind of like clickbaity. We used to use a lot of breaking news type stuff, fake news type of things. At one time you could do like dating offers on Facebook. This was years ago. Before and after pictures. This was years ago, like, before they were overweight and now they're skinny. That worked really well like years ago. Obviously, can't do any of that stuff now. Those were not good type of images and experiences for the user base on Facebook, so they have since cut all that out. So the whole idea as an advertiser is you got to be able to be in tune with their algorithm and in tune with their terms of service, and still offer the end user something of value. Okay, and Facebook's algorithm, if you're doing this, will give you a lot more love in terms of showing your ads to the right people. Okay, the people that have been known to make purchases online, the people that have been known to click on a lot of ads and whatnot. Those people will be getting your ad more often if you have an ad that's good for those people. Okay, so the relevance score is one of the factors that Facebook uses to determine if your ad is, hitting their standards. Okay, here's an example of some ads that I'm doing really well on. Basically, this is a New Year's Eve campaign I'm running right now. I'm just doing a retargeting campaign. And let's take a look here. We've got 82 purchases so far on this campaign. I've spent $257.55, and I've made $22,352.99. Okay, and take a look at these relevance scores. I have one here at a 10, a couple at 9, and a couple don't have enough impressions. So I have 9 and 10, 9 and 10. So these ads are getting served to people like right away in their ads because they're doing well. Okay, Facebook recognizes that people are liking these ads. We're obviously making a ton of money. $250 ad spend and over $22,000 in purchases is pretty ridiculous. So I'm getting a lot of love from these ads or from the algorithm for these ads, and they're working very well for us, and we're killing it on this event right now. For the amount of money I have invested in Facebook overall, we've made a ton of money on this particular campaign, so it's really good. Now, there's also some other factors here that Facebook's algorithm is going to look at, and if you go to any of these posts, let's take a look at the actual post here itself, and you can always go to this little ad preview up here. Now, you click on this little arrow, and that takes you over to the actual post. It'll actually give you, see, view post on, let's go on desktop newsfeed, okay? And now this is going to show you the actual post, what it looks like on the desktop. And there it is. And you can see here we got some comments. We have one share, 5 comments. Basically, if you see my copy here, I was pretty slick. These people now, this is a retargeting campaign. They've actually been to our website or been to the ticketing page. And I'm telling them, hey, look, oops, you forgot to buy your tickets for New Year's. So here's a little bit more information about the party. I made it so it's like clickable, because a lot of times if you just make it so these people don't click on the ad, now it's clickable, you're going to get more engagement, okay? So that's the actual ad we're running. Now, one of the other things Facebook takes a look at is these little icons here. You got likes, and then you got the smiley face and the different things that come up here: sad, angry, love. Okay, these are all important things when it comes to giving Facebook information for their algorithm as far as if people are liking or disliking your ad. Okay, and that's important for you to understand when you're running your ads. So you can actually go in and do a report, and go in and let's take a look. I'll start out from the scratch here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's a button over here called reports. Okay, and you can actually go in and do a breakdown from the, you want to go from the ad set level, and you want to go to reports, and we're going to create a custom report here. Okay, get started. And then we're going to go down here to, you want to scroll down here, and there's post reaction type, okay? That's one of the things you can add to your report, okay? And that kind of gives you an idea of, the likes and the shares and whatnot. You got the haha, like, shares, like, okay, all that stuff here. Now, I don't know, it's not really showing here, but if you go into a campaign with a lot more results, it actually shows all the, this is not that big of a campaign. We've only spent $250, but like it actually shows like the likes and whatnot for that particular campaign, and you can add a lot of different. You can actually really get an idea of what you're looking at as far as what the algorithms like seeing and what the information they're gathering on these customers and whatnot. So let me see if I can go in and get you guys an actual one here of one that I ran a lot more traffic on. All right, let's go to X here. All right, so here was the engagement campaign, and if we go in and we want to go to engagement, let's take a look here. All right. So go down to metrics, and then we'll go to page likes, comments, post engagement, page engagement. You can add all this stuff, okay? This is all like customizable post shares, okay? Now you can see here the reactions, the shares, and whatnot, okay? So, this is good information. You can export this report, take a look at it. You can start really digging into the data. This particular campaign is doing so well, I'm not going to tinker with it. There's no reason to, but we're getting, a decent amount of shares here. There's a lot of things you can do here with Facebook to understand how the algorithm is viewing your ads, and the whole idea as an advertiser is to create a positive experience. So if you're getting a lot of likes, you're getting a lot of shares, and you're getting positive reactions, that's good. If you're getting angry, thumbs down, comments like scam and fake or whatever, those things are all going to start to play in effect, and they're going to hurt your ads, and you're not going to get the quality traffic that you're getting with the better quality comments and whatnot. So all right, so that's that's number one basically when it comes down to Facebook, is you got to understand how their algorithm works, what they're looking at, and you want to try to craft ads to play into their algorithm so you get the better traffic. The next thing Facebook's obviously going to look at is their revenue. Everybody knows that Facebook went through a tough year this year. I think that their stock dropped like 25% at one time. I haven't checked it like today, but I know it was down significantly from where it was at the beginning of the year. Zuckerberg ran into some issues with Congress and privacy, and they've had their share of FUD, if you will, or news or whatnot that's been kind of negative against the company. So they're a corporation. They're in business to make money. They're not a nonprofit. They are a for-profit company, and the whole idea of Facebook and working with guys like me and other advertisers is they want to be able to make revenue. Okay, they want to have a partnership. Whereas if they come in and offer, I have one guy that comes in and puts in crappy ads, and they get a bad experience for the users. Nobody wins there. Okay, Facebook's going to ban your account or ban your business manager, and the users are going to be upset, and the advertiser is going to be not make any money. So it's like a lose-lose. So Facebook's looking for those relationships when it comes to revenue where it's a win-win, where they have advertisers that have good ads and are willing to spend a lot of money to promote those ads, and at the same time then they can show them to their users who have a positive experience, and at the same time they can make a bunch of money because they have the platform that is allowing those ads to show. Okay, so you got to look at it as like the entire scope of the business model and what makes sense for the business of Facebook, and the business of the advertiser, and the business of the customer being on the platform. Okay, because it's a kind of like three-headed monster, and you got to satisfy all those monsters in order to keep a good relationship with Facebook. Now, I have noticed in recent months, at the time of this filming, there has been kind of a shift in the way Facebook's been treating the people that are actually spending a decent amount of money. The last couple times we've gone in for like an ad appeal, Facebook's actually been fairly receptive to us and actually sent us back a nice report showing us why our ads are not, why they didn't approve them, and what we can do to fix them. Now that never happened before. Okay, so I think Facebook's kind of opening up a little bit to the fact that they need to be a little bit more friendly instead of just, before it was really simple. Like we'd be running ads and one day they would just shut down our ad account or shut down our entire business manager and lose all our ad accounts. We've had that happen on so many occasions I can't even count. Okay, that's how Facebook used to operate. Now it seems like, and we've shifted too. Okay, we've changed the game a little bit. We've started running a lot more like cleaner stuff. I'm running an event for New Year's, which I do every year. I ran my Halloween campaigns. I have some e-com products running, and we still do run affiliate offers, but we're not running stuff that's kind of like, in my eyes, like gray hat. We used to run a lot of diet offers, stuff like that, debt consolidation, student loan, and we've kind of shied away from that stuff. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to go back to it and give it another shot, because that stuff works and makes a lot of money. So the fact that we know that stuff works leads us to believe that we'll see how far we can push the Facebook pencil going into 2019, and if we can feel like we can get away with it without blowing up an account or business manager, then we might give it another shot at running it. But right now we're doing a lot more like e-com type stuff and affiliate offers that are a little less, they're not in that health arena, I guess. The health, wealth arena is a little bit tough. We've been running some stuff in survival. We've been running some stuff in numerology, which is kind of like well-being and whatnot. It's not quite as bad as like the weight loss stuff, okay? So that stuff's been working pretty well for us. But again, we do know what works on Facebook, and that clientele that bought those diet offers and debt consolidation and different kind of stuff like that still exists. And if we feel like we can get away with it, we're going to get away with it. At the same time, we want to make sure we keep that relationship on a good level with Facebook so we can continue to make money. We did go through a time there that was really tough. After May, Facebook was really, really tough on our accounts, and we had a hard time coming back from that. But since about like August, we've been back in the game, and we've been running really heavy. To the tune of like $200,000-$300,000 a month ad spend. Okay, that's kind of the numbers we kind of run on a regular basis. This month, this is being filmed in December of 2018, and this month's been a little tougher because the traffic always goes up in December. It's been the same for 4 years since we've been online, and it's a little bit more difficult to make money in December because the traffic is like double, triple the price because every brand, every e-com guy, everybody and their brother's trying to push that their stuff up for Christmas and whatnot. So it is what it is. Things usually go back to normal in January, and that's when we're going to be really hitting it big. 2019 should be an incredible year for us, so we're really excited for that. So that's kind of going into number two. Number one was the user experience. Okay, that's the most important thing. Now, it's kind of in this order too. You need to really make sure that the user has the best experience. That's very important. And then the revenue is obviously very important. And then there's the third factor is basically the advertiser, us, okay? Or the agency or whatever you want to call it. We are the ones that are in control of the copy, the edits, the variations, the actual funnel, and all the stuff that gives people that user experience. So as a good advertiser, there's ways that you can go in and you can put a bunch of variations of images. You can see in this New Year's campaign that I have running here that I'm actually running I think I was running like 6 or 7 images. Now, the whole idea behind running 6 or 7 images for I don't want to be in this report section here. The whole idea of running 6 or 7 images is to give people that are, we're retargeting these people. These people have been to our website or been to our ticketing page, and we want to give them something that is a little bit more, we don't want to give them the same image like over and over again because that's a bad user experience. Okay, if you go onto your Facebook and like I saw this image yesterday, I see it again the next day and the next day, that's a bad user experience. So I put at least like 6 or 7 images in there so that Facebook can rotate them around. If the person doesn't buy the first time, well, then maybe the next day it'll serve them with another image on Instagram that is a little bit different than what they saw before, just to kind of remind them. But you don't even want to target these people even that much because it's like at some point you got to put your frequency to, they're just not going to buy. Eventually, if you bug them enough, they're probably not going to buy. If they're not interested, they're not interested. If they came, they look, they're not going to buy. It is what it is. So you don't want to give people you don't want to serve them with too many ads and just blow them up with the same event over and over again. Okay, but you want to give them at least like maybe 2 or 3 different touch points with different images, and hopefully by then, obviously the campaign we have is definitely working. I mean, again, like I said, we spent $250 and we made over $20,000. So you can see here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I have 7 different ads. Oh, eight different ads. Okay, so that's how you want to set it up as an advertiser. We have control over that. I didn't change the copy. I didn't change the the targeting as far as like the age or anything like that. All I did was just change the image. Okay, and we have control over that. But Facebook is recognizing that we were nice enough to give their users different options as far as what they want to look at on their newsfeed because it's visually appealing that they have different options to look at, and they've given us a 9 and a 10 relevance score, okay, which means I'm getting the best quality placements and traffic from the algorithm, okay, and I have a nice system in place. Obviously, we're using Eventbrite. We've done a nice advertising page and whatnot, like a sales page for the tickets, so it's quality. The image is in tune with the event, and everything's. It's not like scammy at all. It's very, very congruent is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so you have that ability as an advertiser to stay congruent with the ad copy, the landing page, which is like your sales page, and then the actual offer. Okay, everything needs to be congruent, and if you keep it congruent, the more likely that the person is going to have a good experience going through your funnel. Okay, and if you retarget them, then you're going to want to retarget them with, if you're running a video ad, for example, you want to retarget them with, like, say, an image, or vice versa. If you're running an image ad, retargeting with a video ad. Give people something different to look at on their newsfeed so they don't get bored and give you like that bad rating or that thumbs down. Okay, that's the whole idea on Facebook. And that third component is you. You basically have the option of making your ad quality or not. If you're a newbie, you're not going to be quite as in tune as somebody like myself or my team as far as making ads. But over time, you're going to get better and better at creating working funnels, better images, better ads, better ad copy, and all that stuff's going to play into the factor to help Facebook, number one, give users a good experience. Number two, generate revenue for you themselves and give the users a nice user experience. And then obviously at the end of the day, you as an agency or individual advertiser is going to get better and better at producing ads. So that's the three things that basically cause the the Facebook algorithm to either work in your favor or working against you. And if it's working against you, you're probably not going down the right path over time, and you're eventually going to get shut down. Your ad account first, and then maybe even your business manager. We've had both go down. But at the end of the day, you need to become an expert at understanding how the algorithm works and making your ads the way the algorithm wants them. So hope you guys enjoyed today. If you could, leave me a message below and let me know your thoughts on the Facebook algorithm. And if you are new to the channel, go ahead and leave me a comment below. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe and bang that notifications bell. I'm the Marketing Meathead. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.